Hi everyone, this is Meg at Chasing Retro. I want to welcome all of you to my channel. If you've never been here before, welcome, and if you are a regular viewer, thank you for coming and welcome back. Today I have a collective haul to show you. I had several medical appointments last week regarding multiple visits, numerous days in a row, about an hour away from me for allergy testing. That's been a whole thing. So to sort of cheer me up and be my support and stronghold through all this, my husband accompanied me to the last two visits, and after both of them, we went and had a little bit of fun shopping. I know that shopping should not be therapy, but it was really great at the doctor, knowing that as soon as we left there, I could go look for vintage things to put in my journals. So I'm sure all of you can relate to that. I did not spend much money, however. So though I did shop, I was very frugal because I mainly shopped at the craft reuse store and a thrift store and also a yard sale, a church yard sale. And the last thing I will show you is a few things that I picked up at Hobby Lobby also. You know, necessary things that we all have to buy. But I know that you guys like to watch Hobby Lobby hauls as well. I also do. So I'll start with the thrift store first. It's my smallest purchase. I found, this is not for junk journals. I'm going to use this in my own home. I found this adorable fingertip towel. It was 25 cents. And of course it's for Christmas, and it doesn't even look like it's been washed, but maybe a couple of times. So it was very likely a decorative piece, but it's got an appliqued Christmas tree with candles and holly. And it looks hunter in the video, but it is a beautiful, rich Christmas Kelly green. Emerald green, maybe. So I got that for actually the kids' bathroom that they share. Okay, next. These just remind me of my grandma, because my grandma had so many of these little broadcloth napkins that were serged on the edge. This was all they had. I think there was one missing. It was probably a set of 8, but I bought 7 snowman napkins. They're cotton and they have that edging. And I'll probably put a few of these in my shop. If I make a Christmas journal this year, to be determined, I will probably make a cover out of this. But their napkins are just perfect for covers. But they're not stained or anything. They're just wonderful. And I'm not a huge snowman fan. I know that is extremely unpopular among most of you. I don't know why I don't love snowman. I don't hate snowman, but I just don't decorate. I don't gravitate towards snowmen. But these are cute. Some snowman I'm not a huge fan of. These are actually really cute. And I just love the colors. And then the last thing I bought here, I better save my receipt, is a little bag for 50 cents of, I think, 2 trims, and I think someone cut the edge of a pillowcase off. So let's look at it together. Okay, we have this. This is not very vintage looking, but it looks like it was cut. It was sewn together. It might have been to adhere to something, or was sewn along the edge of something and then taken off. But it's seashells, I think, which is, I've never seen anything like that. The colors are unique also. My cat is over there playing with the bags I just threw down. This is eyelet trim, and it is either a very grayish French blue or a very pale gray. I cannot tell. But I just thought it was super unique. It looks like something you put on the edge of a pillow. And I don't have anything like this. And last is, like I said, I think this was cut off of maybe the pillowcases were just done, you know, overused. So they wanted to save the crewel or embroidery, whatever. And it's the same. I mean, let's see if I can fold it out. The pattern extends. Like, you could easily use this as 4 different journal embellishments, which is super cool. I'm so glad that someone thought to pull this off of the pillowcase before throwing it away. But yes, you can tell that these have been very much loved. It's okay, I'm seeing it now. I didn't see this in the store. It's a bridge, and then there's some water with some stones, and then some, you can see the little waves. That's really cool. A stone bridge. And I love the colors. The orange is what caught my eye. The little black-eyed Susans, I think they're called. All right, that was the thrift store. Now I'll show you the yard sale. This was a women's ministry Methodist church yard sale. And I found some really fun things here, and I only paid $6 for everything. So this is first. This is a beautiful embroidered, you know, the thing that you would put inside of a biscuit basket or a roll basket, and it's strawberries. Y'all, I have never found strawberry embroidered anything. So this is a treasure to me. And there's four of them, one on each corner. It doesn't even look used. It's so pretty. Oh, I just noticed that not all of them have the same number of blossoms. That's neat. All right. This bag was $1, and I got it for the butterflies, but let's see what else is in here. These are the, I think this is the Hobby Lobby brand butterflies. Yep, and they're not even used. So looks like somebody got them on clearance and then didn't use them. But I've always wanted to use these to put on a journal cover at some point. They will not go inside of one, obviously, because they're very puffy. Like the little butterfly body is big, but adorable. I also like to use these as florals, like plant picks. So you can put them on a dowel or a small metal skewer or something and stick them down in your plant, and they look like they're kind of hovering over your plant. So I thought that was worth $1 to get this for all kinds of reasons. And then this, I'm not going to open because it's falling apart. It's like some dried flowers. Not sure what I'll do with that, but it was in the bag, so. All right, we have another bag. Oh my goodness, y'all. When I saw this rickrack, I about fell on the floor. I was so thankful that I could grab this because I've never seen rickrack like this in a store or a yard sale or anything. Y'all will have to remind me what this is. Is this the thing that you use for, like when you're turning, like a, what am I trying to say? Like when you're making like a sash on a dress and then you sew it and then turn it right side out. That's what I think it is, but I'm not sure. But there's a lot of uses for this. I keep tools like this next to my sewing machine just because you never know when you'll need. It's got a little thing that flips up. I don't know. I'm stumped. Y'all let me know what this is. I will not use this. This is that, the bracelet, the PVC bracelet cording or whatever. So I'll let that go. And then I've got some craft ribbon in a hunter green. I don't think I have any green ribbon at all. This is old Hobby Lobby. Really old. 33 cents for ribbon. And y'all look, I've never seen Christmas or really embellished rickrack ever in the wild. Very stoked about this. And someone had a Christmas project, obviously. We have some white seam binding, and then we have rickrack in a variety of colors and widths, which is super cool because green is like the one color I don't really have much of at all. Next, I got this tiny little pack of Hallmark place cards. They're not super exciting. They're just gold embossed, but they are very elegant. They're the kinds with a fold line. And you can tell they're a vintage because they're 35 cents. And I think they're embossed. It's like a raised gold gilding. Very pretty. Okay, this was the find of the day, I think. In fact, when I got to the register, the little They were a bunch of sweet little ladies. It was just adorable, and I love going to yard sales like that. They're just precious. They actually gave me as change a 5-pence British coin. She thought it was a dime, so that was a treasure too. My husband snagged that to keep because he thought it was interesting. We are rewatching The Crown right now, so we kind of have, like, we just saw the episode where they showed her new postage stamp face or whatever profile, but yeah, the lady, when she picked this up and rang it into the register, she looked sideways at me and she said, "This is a find." And I said, I know it is. And she said, somebody didn't know what they were doing when they put this price tag on it. So I collect, when I say collect, loosely collect. I've determined not to get any more unless it is very unique or a very high quality one at a good price. And that's what this is. I collect nutcrackers. I don't really have the space to display them like I used to now that I'm junk journaling and it's taken up most of my dining room. But one day maybe I will again. Y'all, I found a Steinbach for 50 cents. Let's see if I can take this off without ruining the sticker. I still remember there was a Steinbach store in New Orleans. And oh my goodness, that's when I really fell in love with them. But I have this little, I'm assuming he's a winemaker because he has grapes on his hat and in a little basket. And his mouth is not the nutcracker, it's his chin maybe, I don't know. But he's got the little brocade or a damask, whatever it's called, ribbon, and this cute little fuzzy gray hair. I don't know what he is. I'm gonna have to look him up. He's not super old, you can tell, but I don't think I have a Steinbach in my collection, but now I do. When I saw him, I thought he was Irish because of the orange and green, but then I realized, no, I don't think he's Irish. I got this tea towel, and I don't know if I'm going to use it or cut the butterfly out and use it in a journal somehow, but because it's a little bit more worn than the green one. But it's a light blue fingertip towel with a butterfly, and I love monarch butterflies. And then I got this for our daughter. I know it's for a nursery, I realize that, but she loves bunnies. She has always loved bunnies, and her favorite childhood stuffed animal is a bunny. And we were just talking the other day about how we wish that we could put something on her door when she's taking a nap, because sometimes she'll come home from class all day and she's exhausted and she'll take like a 30-minute nap before dinner. And I told her, I need to get you a little pillow or a sign to hang on your door so when your dad gets home, he will know that you're napping and to be quiet. And then I just happened to see this. I was like, this is perfect. It's so cute. I need to wash it. It has a little stain, but it is so cute. It looks very 90s, doesn't it? And then I found this fabric. All of the fabric was priced except for this one. Look, like somebody had ripped the price off of it because the other ones were written next to the measurements. But it's 20 by 44, and it is a light blue eyelet. Because it had no price, they let me have it for 50 cents. And it is, it feels nylon-esque, but I think it's just all of the thread because I think the base is cotton. Maybe a blend, but it is mostly cotton. But it just has the slick feel because of all the eyelet thread. And then we have this, this looks like it was cut off of the end, a separate piece, and then this is a larger piece. Gorgeous. I don't have any light blue eyelet. I would love to find pink one day, but I will gladly take a light blue. Absolutely stunning. And then last, I got a little bud vase. This was the thing that I paid the most for. It's a Waverly Bud Vase. Hand painted, it says. I don't know if that's true. But I just love it. It just looks so 80s to me. It's that, the Laura Ashley look, you know? Cock-a-doodle-doo. So it must have been a rooster type thing. So I really don't have many bud vases. And all of the ones I have are either silver or clear. So this was really cool to find. So about half of that was junk journal, I guess. I hope y'all are okay looking at other items other than just junk journal. Okay, next is the craft reuse store. I got this little bag of trims for 30 cents. Actually, no. I think this was donated after a yard sale, so I think I actually paid 50 cents for it. But you know what? That's fine. Maybe she rang it up cheaper because it's really funny. Every time I go there, I kind of add up in my head what I think it's going to be, and it's never as much as my head tells me it's going to be. And this is also really funny. I've probably been there 4 or 5 times since January 1st, and every single time I go, my total is always between $32 and $37. It's like I can't spend any less and I can't spend any more, even if I try. It's really funny. We have a joke about it. So this is very 80s. It looks like a pillow trim. The ivory eyelet with the muslin base, but it's useful for many things, for journals. And then this, I thought it was hot peppers when I first saw it, but it's a little jacquard trim with books and pencils. I have never seen jacquard in a back to school theme. So that's so cute. Okay, I got this because I used to live in Louisiana, and I love these little things where you can put the heart in the place where you used to live in that state. I thought this was precious. So I'm going to put this in my personal journal, the one where I talk about my memories of, I have a journal where I'm writing down childhood memories per home that I lived in, and I'm going to put this on the Louisiana section. I know you see this, Carrie. Isn't this fun? I've never seen these before. I've seen the ones that you can get like for your car, like the vinyl ones. Okay, this is really funny, and my husband was looking at me like, oh my goodness, what in the world? You said you weren't going to get any more of these. Y'all, I can't pass up Jiffy Stitcheries. When I see them, I have to get them, even though I don't have 1 ounce of time to do cross stitch anymore, or they also make crewel. But this is just so retro and cute. The frame is not included with this one, but it has everything in it, and it was 50 cents. And if you know what these are, they sell for more than this on Etsy and eBay. So when I see one at a good price that's retro and cute, I put it in my stock of, I'm gonna do this one day. One day. I picked up this beautiful fabric. It's a, I can't even, it's probably not showing up the right color on camera. It's like a beautiful raspberry mauve. So it's like a mauve, but it has more red in it. And it's just a printed calico, and it has roses and ribbons. And I think it's gorgeous. Crafted with pride in the USA, Concord Fabrics. Joan Kessler for Concord Fabrics. Very beautiful. I love it. I found 2 scraps of fabric, like, so they have tiny scraps in large Rubbermaid totes that you can fill a bag. I didn't do that this time because it takes me an hour to do that. So, but I did go through the big bin of big scraps, and I picked out 2, and their big scraps are 25 cents a piece. I have seen this before, funny enough, on foam backgrounds. I think I've told y'all this before. Sometimes I am introduced to fabric patterns through Pinterest because people will take a picture of them close up and use them as like a desktop or a phone background. And I had seen this one. It's like a morning glory. And I said, oh, if I ever find this, I'm going to grab it. Well, I found a piece. It's very irregularly cut. You know, it's got little arms hanging off, but the colors are amazing. And I cannot wait to use it. And it smells good. I don't know why it smells good. Style Set Fabrics. Never heard of that. Worth 25 cents though, for sure. And then here's the other piece I got. This is like a Paquet. I think that's what you call this. I only know that word because we used to sell little boys' John Johns in the children's shop where I worked, and they were Paquet. And it was like a loose stripe weave, and then it had a print on top sometimes. And a lot of times they'll do smocking or some sort of stitching, you know, on the bodice of them. But the colors are just the tiny. Y'all know I have to have my tiny florals, the ditzy florals, and the colors in this were just so cute and precious and innocent. I had to have this piece. I wouldn't mind having a dress made out of that. All right, I found this piece of fabric. I leave it to this store to show me creative and interesting and whimsical fabrics that I do not find anywhere else. I don't think this is super vintage. The art looks vintage, the way the dog is drawn, but the fabric itself does not feel old. But it's like a beautiful peachy orange, almost like a Paquet again, but it's got this adorable little animated puppy with long hair. And I just think he's so cute. I don't know what someone made with this. Like, I can't imagine this being anything other than like maybe something for a child. But it is just so cute and unique. You have to agree that it's like nothing that you've ever seen anywhere else. So I thought that was worth $1. I got this piece of fabric. This is, sometimes they'll price their half yards as 50 cents, but the nicer ones, I feel like they price at $1. But this one I got for the colors. I'm not a huge fan of the fabric content. I think it's a polyester or acrylic cotton blend, so I don't like that these typically don't tear well. They tend to be much more stringy and staticky, but the colors were just so pretty. The lime green with the raspberry pink and the teal. Very pretty. It felt like 50s floral to me. And there's a loose paisley print. You can kind of see how the flowers are arranged in a paisley design. This piece was there when I was there last time, several months ago, and it was still there, so I grabbed it this time. I was on the fence last time. This one was 50 cents, and it was a 1/4 of a yard, or fat quarter. So it's not vintage either, but it is a ditzy floral. Jeffrey Mann, or Jeffrey Mayer, for Print Concepts Inc. But it's just so cute. I don't really have anything. I have a lot of navy with floral, but I don't really think I have any royal blue with floral. All right. I got this. I can't pass up gingham very often unless it's in a color I already have. This is a beautiful raspberry. I keep saying raspberry. That's the word of the day, raspberry. This is a beautiful raspberry or hot pink gingham, which I don't have. And it just makes me think about Barbie or, you know, just anything feminine and cute and very summery also. All right, more trims, guys. This was another yard sale thing, but I think I paid $50 for this one also. This one has little ducks on it. And this is a jacquard, but it feels like 100% cotton. And I love the colors. I will probably use this in my Heidi journals just because the colors are perfect for it. And it is a jacquard, so. And then this, I really never know what to do with this stuff other than tassels. But then when you use it in a tassel, it frays. So if y'all have If y'all have some tips for me on how to use this, let me know. And I love how someone has just tied a little fabric strip around it. Okay, I found this little guy. I got him because I'm going to use him as Peter in my Heidi journals. Is he not the sweetest little thing? He's made of felt. He was in the applique or iron-on patch bucket, but I don't think he's iron-on. But he's just cute. And I dug and dug and dug to see if maybe there was a girl that went with him. Maybe he's Hansel, like Hansel and Gretel. I don't know. But he's going to be Peter in one of the Heidi journals that I make one day. Okay, I cannot pass up vintage teddy bear anything. This is an new old stock C.R. Gibson thank you card set, and I paid a little more than I really like to, but he just stared at me and said, please take me home. So I did. It's so adorable, right? I found one bag of beads. I think their beads are a little overpriced at the store, but these were unique. They remind me of like strawberry lemonade. They're the broken glass looking beads, and then they have a pink and yellow. I have some like this that are black and clear that I bought and used for the space journals because I thought they looked like the moon. So these will be really neat in charm dangles. I bought a little pack of star confetti, or I guess you could probably call this glitter. It's like an iridescent tiny stars. And I think I paid 50 cents for this also. So I've been kind of on a kick making shaker cards. That was what my last video was about. And one of the things I really was looking for there was interesting glitters or sequins. So I found that. More trim. This was 50 cents also. This is just like some light, I have some variegated light blue trim like this, but I've never seen red. So this is the part that you glue down, and then this pulls off and it creates a fringe. This is just to make the fringe stay straight in shipping. But it's really fun. It looks very Christmassy, but you can use it for lots of other applications also. And it's a cotton yarn. I found this pack of colored vellum, which I have never found ever, and honestly have kind of refused to pay full price for on Amazon. So I'm excited about this. We have like a celadon green, yeah, very pale celadon green, a mint green, a baby blue, a pink, and a yellow, and looks like a clear or an ivory. Maybe 5 or 6 sheets are taken out because it says 25. But yeah, but you can tell this is old. Probably 90s based on her hair. Strathmore is, you know, they make the sketchbooks and stuff, but I didn't know they made vellum. My dad uses that paper for drawing. Okay, another trim bag. It was Jacquard Wonderland at this store today, which honestly often happens. I find so much Jacquard at the store. These are adorable little elephants. If I ever make a circus journal, I do have a folder running for that. I thought these would be cute. And then this, don't know how I would use this. I mean, it's kind of Southwestern Native American looking. It's interesting, but I bought it for these two. So this was just a little bonus. And then this is so precious. I can use this in Heidi journals as well as maybe Daisy journals. This was just a loose card of more rickrack with the puffy red, which I've never seen in the wild either, y'all. I was a little bit discouraged because for the first half of my trip through this store, I was finding hardly anything. And then the last half of the back of the store is where I found almost all of these treasures. So it was a good day. They're only open 4 days a week, and I never really know what day is the best day to go in, and so I was there the second of the 4 days they were open. So I feel like I get a little more to choose from than the ones who come in on Friday and Saturday, but maybe not as good of a choice of things as when I come in Wednesday when they open. But I'm assuming they restock on Tuesdays. That's my guess. All right, I got 2 punches. I'm going to go get a piece of paper to test these because all the test paper in the store was gone. So give me 1 second. All right. I kind of bought these blindly because they didn't have a tester page, but that's okay. We'll see what happens. I've never used a Fiskars edge puncher. I'm not really sure how to line it up. They're all different. That didn't sound good. It broke, y'all. Well, that's disappointing. A piece of plastic just fractured off of it. It must have been stored in heat or something. Let's try this again. I bet you I'm not gonna be able to use it. No. Oh my word. Guys, did y'all see that? I'm glad it did not go in my eyes. I need to wear eye protection when I test punches. What in the world? Okay, there you go. If you ever wondered if you can fracture a paper punch, the answer is yes. And I don't know where the other pieces went. They went to my right. I'm gonna have to vacuum before I walk over here barefoot. That is insane. I don't think there's any way to salvage this. That is so sad. Well, I only paid $3 for it, so it is what it is. I am amazed that I got that on video. That's going to be quite the family entertainment later when I show my fam. Okay, let's try the butterfly one. This one is Martha Stewart. I have a little more confidence in this brand. Okay, yay. And this is not a thick piece of cardstock. This is one of my very thinner pieces, but isn't that cute? You have all those little remnants to throw away. But yeah, I've been wanting a butterfly punch for a while, and I was just gonna get the, the solid one, but when I saw this with the cutouts, I was like, I think we need to do this. Very cute. Wow, there's another piece. Oh my word. Has that ever happened to y'all? Let me know. That was quite unexpected. I'm in shock still. Okay. Speechless. I don't think I'm gonna try to get a refund for that. It's not really worth driving over for that. I said I was not gonna buy any more rulers, but y'all know how I love rulers. I got this one. I've been looking for a fluorescent one for a while because the only one I have right now is this one, and it's the trifold. And I mean, it is fluorescent and it's awesome, but I don't always want the trifold one when I want to measure something. I love the fluorescent ones because I lose my ruler on my desk all the time, and that's why I buy the bright ones so I can see it under stuff. So that's a fire department somewhere in New York, I think. And then this I got just because it was interesting. It's the brand Yubi, which I think I've heard of before. I think they make markers and stuff. But I don't know. It's just, I've never seen anything like it. And if I'm going to collect rulers, then I really need to get ones like this that are very unique. I just love prism looking acrylics like that. So fun. I don't know if this will fit in my little tool turnaround. Yeah, it will. Okay. My ruler collection is becoming extensive. Here's another scrap that I paid 25 cents for. Y'all help me figure out the name of this stuff. I think it's taffeta, but it's the kind that's like double woven, so it creates the effect of two colors, almost like those cars back in the 90s that had that effect. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I love it, and I thought it was worth 25 cents just so I can make ruffles out of it. Love it, love it. Oh, this was in the bucket with the iron-on decals. These are little fish. They're puffy, and they're not iron-on, but they just looked very mid-century, and I thought, you know, maybe in the next few months, I've got so many things here to make another ocean or mermaid, or just, you know, I do have things to make a nautical journal, but I do want to make one that's ocean themed as well, and these just looked so amazing. They're just so mid-century. Grab that. I got this. This brand reminds me of my dad. He used to have these little tiny notebooks like this when he was a pastor. So cute little pages. I don't have any like this that are white, and the lines are just so close together. I loved it. And it's probably somewhat vintage, not super old, but okay. The next things, I'm gonna pause because I've got them in very crinkly bags, and they are basically pattern grab bags. I think someone had brought in the motherload of patterns, and so they just put a bunch in bags together and labeled them at $2 a piece. So I was able to kind of tell what was in them, but not fully, so we'll go through them together. I got 3 grab bags, $2 a piece, and this was what was in the first one. I mainly tried to get ones that were women patterns, because I have a lot of children's patterns now. And I also, if I did get a child pattern, I tried to mainly get the ones that had pajamas. Because as many of you know, I hope to do a bedtime journal for like a childhood bedtime theme journal, and also like a teenage slumber party theme journal. So I'm kind of on the look for PJs and stuff like that. This was adorable. I don't have this one yet. This is very old. This is little girls' coats and pants. So advanced patterns, I guess, don't put their dates on them either. But that's fine. It looks 50s to me. Ann Adams, I love these. These make beautiful journaling cards. Here's another one. Here's a very 80s Butterick one. Working woman outfits. These I'll probably just donate back to a thrift store. I don't have any use for these types of things. Basket liners, oh my goodness, I remember those. So yeah, these will go back into my donate bag for my local thrift shop. This is Vogue. The cover is missing, but it looks like a tree skirt and gift bags with gingerbread men, which is kind of cute. I could probably cut the gingerbread men out and make journaling cards for Christmas journals. That'd be cute. And then here's a 60s looking Simplicity. Simplicity is my favorite type of pattern to make journal covers out of. 1970. All right, that was bag number 1. Bag number 2 only had a few in it. Another Simplicity. This looks 70s also. It is 71. Skirts. And then McCall's. So I don't make journals out of these. They're just a little too wide. But I do cut the ladies out and use them. I love the black and yellow. I think I already have this one, but that's fine. I might put this in my shop. So this is a 1970, probably a felt craft kit. Tree skirt, felt tree skirts. That would be really fun to make though, wouldn't it? We have the same tree skirt on our tree that we've had since we got married, and I bought it on clearance at TJ Maxx, and I don't love it. It was when we were young and married and had no money. And I keep saying that one day I'm gonna do something like this, like a mid-century. Maybe I should just do it one year. And this one is beautiful, and it's in great condition. This is a maternity dress. And the third bag has quite a few. This is why I got it, for these cute little cherubs in their bathrobes and the little snap pajamas. I loved, my daughter especially wore these a lot. So she had some hand-me-downs and I just love them. Little footed pajamas. This is not old. I will donate this one. Stuffed bunnies and lambs. I guess you would have to buy faux fur for that. That's amazing. I didn't know you can make stuffed animals that look like that. It's already cut out. Look at that. Labeled. Somebody was very detailed. Tote bags. Simplicity jumper. What year is that? It does not say. So I guess at some point Simplicity stopped. It was after Web came out, but look at that computer. It looks like a Commodore. And even the email looks old. That's funny. And the telephone is one of the dial ones. I'm guessing this is 90s. Oh, here it is. 2001? That's not too far off from the 90s. I remember wearing these. Oh my goodness, I had several of these. And I would always, my mom would always make them for me out of that fail fabric. And I had like a royal blue one with pearl buttons that I loved. Ooh, wow. This is quite fancy. Evening gown. I wonder if this was ever cut. Yes, it was. Someone wore this. I wonder where they wore it to. And there's no date. Oh yeah, it is 89. 89. Look at the bathroom with the florals. The little sink surround. My mom made one of these when we lived in Army housing because the sink was open pipes and she didn't like that. I think I've mentioned that before. And it was just adorable. It was peach. The date's on the tab. 2000. Okay, so this is probably the bag that I've overpaid for because there's really only 3 patterns that I'll use. That's okay though. Her hair is epic. All right, I'll keep those and then I'll donate the rest. Now all that's left is Hobby Lobby. 1 second. Okay, I saw that Carrie had posted a video of a Hobby Lobby haul, and I think, Carrie, you and I bought some of the same paper pads. When I saw that they had these retro designs, I was so excited. The only ones I don't really love are the ones with the checkerboard. I'm just not a huge checkerboard fan. To me, it looks more 90s when you do that, but I will be using these for a variety of journals, you know, decade themed as well as vintage sewing. Let me show you all the designs. Ooh, I love the sun. I love the daisies. That will be in my daisy journal. There's a lot of daisies in here, actually. That's pretty. That's pretty epic. Oh, I think it's a butterfly. Okay. That was the 12 by 12, and then I got a small Peace, Love, and Happy Vibes. This one's called Retro Sunshine. This one is hippie, but more pastel. Look at those daisies. Lovely. Peace signs. I love that. Oops, skip some smileys. That's amazing. I got it. I really got this one for the daisies. And I love the butterflies too. Isn't that pretty? All right, those are the paper pads that I got. While I was there, of course, Paper Studio was 40% off, so I have bright the bright daisy embellishments, but I did not have the pastel, so I got those. And then I splurged and got these. I've had my eye on these for a while. They would have to go either on a cover or in the front, you know, on a front pocket inside, because they're very tall, but I just love them. Then I waltzed by the clearance aisle because I was in a new city and every Hobby Lobby has different items on clearance. I found these adorable fuzzy mushrooms for 24 cents. Not for junk journals, but I'm going to see if my daughter can help me figure out a really creative way to use these in some sort of crafting, maybe an assemblage or something, but they're just so cute. And then I got some glitter. As I said, I'm doing a, I'm kind of trying to boost up my shaker card repertoire and bring in some bolder, brighter colors. And this is like a fluorescent, it says Tropicana, but I think it's like a fluorescent red with holographic. And then they had also marked this down. This is sequins for resin, but they're all not stars, butterflies in different color waves. And I thought that was so cute too. Those will be really cute in retro journals. In the fabric section, the trims were 40% off, so I got this because I have never seen a mauve rickrack before. Anywhere, but especially at Hobby Lobby. And then last but not least, restocking the essentials. So, I'm not going to go into great detail, but I will mention that one of the things that I am allergic to, the thing I'm most allergic to, as in so severe that I'm currently on a steroid, and I have steroid creams that I have to use for a month. It was awful. It is the same ingredient that is in the surgical glue that I had a reaction to after my surgery this summer, which I knew, but to get formally diagnosed as an actual allergen, I knew I had to undergo this patch testing. So yes, I'm greatly allergic to it, as well as 7 or 8 other chemicals that are basically in everything. Like, I'm having to clean out my entire toiletries. Most of my makeup is now gone. I'm having to reorder all new things, spend way more money than I ever wanted to replenish what I have with things that are safe for my skin. And some of this can affect you by inhaling it or eating it. Like, you know, there's some of these same compounds that are put into foods, packaged foods and things. But what I'm most worried about is I have a feeling that this has that same ingredient in it. I cannot find the definitive list of ingredients. Their MSDS sheet only shows acetone because I guess technically by law they're not legally mandated to give all of their ingredients if it's a trade secret, but I have written the company to ask. There is a chance that I may have to stop using Fabrifix and Fabri-Tac and 3-in-1, or find ways to protect myself so that it does not come in contact with my skin. However, it still makes me cough when I breathe it, so I don't know what I'm going to do. If you guys have sensitivity to things like this, please share all of your stories and tips and advice. Are there other alternatives to this that hold fabric for making fabric covered journals and things that don't have those toxic ingredients in them? Let me know, because I'm a little bit overwhelmed right now with how all of this might change my life going forward. I've never really had to deal with, I've always suspected I was allergic to things, fabric softeners and things. I would be very itchy, but having it all formally diagnosed is honestly quite scary. And then the more you're exposed to things, the more severe your reactions can be. So I think it's becoming more prevalent, at least what the doctor said, because of all the chemicals and plastics that are in our world today and put into everything that we eat, breathe, and touch. So I think this is only going to get worse for a lot of people. But yes, for crafters, it's detrimental because so many of the things we need to use to make things have chemicals in them. So please share any advice or guidance that you can. Stories, personal stories, or other things that you can share. I'm happy to hear. I have several more appointments as follow-ups to ask all the questions that are coming up. I lay awake at night now, and I lay more awake at night now because I'm on a steroid. And I have all these questions I have to ask. So if you guys would like to comment, or if you don't feel comfortable commenting, please email me. We can have a conversation there. But this, despite being a very rough week, I'm very grateful that I was able to find some of these awesome treasures to put to use in my journals at a very good price. Very good price. And thank you all, as always, for joining me today. I hope all of you have had a wonderful, delightful weekend, and I'll see you next time.